Yo, what's going on, people? I did a video on Enrique Tarrio like an hour ago, but someone called me and I stopped during the video. Washing clothes right now, and I want to just say this. I'm not a supporter of any political party, no ideology, no religion whatsoever, but I once was on the right side. I was not ever a member of any organization, I'll just say that, but I'm aware of the Proud Boys and what they were. I believe the organization is shut down. Now, the one in Canada is done with. It's completely disbanded, but according to Wikipedia, it's still an active organization. Now, Enrique Tarrio is no longer the chairman. I think this happened after they found out he was an informant by the FBI and local law enforcement. Now, in spite of all that, he got a 22-year sentence. Like, I just look at every famous informant by the government. You got Takashi. Well, not really. He wasn't really the government, because Takashi never really, in my opinion, did anything wrong. Because it's not like he took down, the Black Panther Party or the Nation of Islam. He took down a bunch of lowlives. They're not really an organization, because what did they really do? It's not like they actually fed the homeless, or they did food drives. They gave kids pencils and like paper for school during September. They didn't do nothing like that. But this organization, see, Proud Boys, I don't want to say, I don't want to see, when I hear the word organization, I think of a group doing something for people or like-minded people. If it's just a club, because I'm not being disrespectful here, but I look at Proud Boys like I do like the Black church. It's another gathering, another social club. They even called it like a men's club. It's a club for, it's an organization. It's a club. It's like a little meeting, gathering where everybody like-minded, they meet up and they talk politics. And I think they really got their most attention when Trump was president, because you didn't hear much about them when Trump got out of office. But I don't in no way think they're a threat by this much than gangs on the street that sell drugs, real criminals in like Black communities. I don't think Proud Boys are a real threat. The government just doesn't like what they have to stand for. And I find it funny, they have Enrique Tarrio as their chairman, a guy from Cuba who, I'm just being honest, I don't think he identifies as Black like me. Like I'm Black. I'm 100%. I'm African American. I'm not like African where my skin is a lot darker, my nose is a little more wider, my hair isn't as rich and full as other Africans are. Like, the climate is a lot different than ours here. And some of us in America, Black Americans, we have Native American, white, Hispanic ancestry. So we're not all 100% Black. We have other ethnic groups in our DNA. But I'm a little upset with the amount of time they gave this guy. 22 years. For what? 22 years because he planned everything that happened on January 6th. Like, if I was president, because this is why I stopped. This is the reason why I don't support Trump anymore. I felt like it was his responsibility. Yeah, people, he was saying how we didn't know who everybody was because no one was identified when it happened. We didn't know who everybody was that was accused, like everybody on video. I just think it was his responsibility to raise awareness to everybody that put their livelihood on the line that day. He has his own problems now, but when he didn't, I felt like everything he should have spoke on should have been the people that stormed the Capitol on January 6th. Those people, in my opinion, represented America that day. Now, I don't like what a lot of them did when it came to the violence, because it makes the movement look bad. And let me say this, I'm not on the right no more, but they represented the American working class people. Those people represented most of us, the middle class, the working class, some of us that live paycheck to paycheck. Those people there represented everyone that's fed up with how this country is being, conducted as of now. I feel like they represented us. Like I said, I don't agree with how they did it, because it made the movement look bad. You're like assaulting law enforcement and, destroying property. It just makes the movement look violent. But like I said, it wasn't that bad compared to the riots that took place in inner cities 2020. I'd rather have one day of chaos in a building, in a government-funded building, than having complete mayhem all over the United States, all over the summer, because it was riots all over the summer that year. But what is the crime where you get 22 years? Is it because you don't like what he said that bad? Because it's obviously, they just want to shut him up. It has nothing to do with destroying property or, because not that many people died. It was like one death that day. People eventually died. One died of an overdose, one died from natural causes. I think someone was trampled in there and they died maybe. But I did a lot of research on it because I watched every documentary on it. And at first I thought it was all staged. But yeah, people really got locked up. But I want to say, I hope they can reverse this, because like I said, I'm not on the right or the left, but I don't feel like it's called for to give him 22 years, all for nothing. Because that day, like I said, I don't agree how it was done, but everybody that came out that day to support Trump, and he didn't do anything for anybody pretty much that rode for him, that put their livelihood on the line, I feel like they represented the working class people that are tired of how this country is being conducted as of now. They represented everybody. It's just that a few people messed it up with the storming in the Capitol and assaulting law enforcement. That really made it look bad, made things look worse. But I hope they can reverse the situation for him, because, I don't look at him as a threat. Proud Boys, what are they really doing where you feel like they're a threat to society? If they could, they should have like a gang sweep where every gang in every inner city that's selling drugs, they could face the same amount of time in prison as members of Proud Boys are doing. But I don't know, man. This is just crazy. 22 years, all for nothing. And Trump hasn't sent one person any money for commissary, for a lawyer, and for nothing. And they all put their life on the line for him. Now, I know everybody knows he wasn't going to get, the decision wasn't going to get overturned. He wasn't going to be president again. But that should sort of wake you up and tell you this man cares nothing about the people, the working class people that put their life on the line for him that day.